Alright folks, it's been a while since I've done some traditional painting, so I thought I would do one today. And it's just going to be black and white. We'll do it a little bit creepy. And we'll see what happens. And when you're using that cell magic, this stuff right here, believe me, it doesn't take very much of this stuff. So we're just going to kind of lay down our background colors. It won't take a whole lot of this because I'm going to spread it out pretty good. I like using these little mustard and ketchup dispensers here. If I can find a loose stick here. It's been a while since I've done anything like this, so here we go. Let me get my handy dandy little spreader. I like working with black and white on this stuff to begin with. And I've got a little bubble in my canvas there. We can do this the hard way, or I can just spread this stuff, which is what I want to do. With the cell magic, it really you can play with your paint for a good little while and still get all these nice big cells popping up all over the place. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've done anything with acrylics. I think I tried to do one live and it kind of came out okay, but not that great. I'm kind of messing this up a little bit, but it'll be alright. It's just my background. Plus, I think my scraper here has got some lumps on it. So I'll make sure I got this whole canvas covered. You gotta see some spots I managed to screen at the screen, and I'll fix them. Alright. Right there. Sure we're getting down to the canvas. Alright. So there's our background. Should look pretty decent. I'm a wet on wet guy, so my technique is a little bit different. But it's kind of the fun of all this is you find your own little techniques, what works for you. Looks like I got a big clump in my squirt bottle there. This stuff has sit here for a while, so sometimes the Floetrol and all that stuff I put in here starts setting up. Now again, all I'm trying to do kind of here is lay out my basic shapes of what we're trying to go for here. So this is a technique I developed after watching a few people do some acrylic pours, and while they were doing those pours, I would see faces and whatnot in the pour, and I'd be like, oh man, stop right there. But they wouldn't. They'd continue on tilting their canvases and all that, which is, it's cool. But I thought, man, there's got to be a way that I can do those kind of pours and bring out those faces and stuff that I see, those creepy skulls and whatnot. So it's kind of what we're doing here. And I use a palette knife, and typically that's all I use is a palette knife. And then I'll add more white. The last thing I'll do is put the black in to kind of give everything more of a shape. And the thing about doing these two is you got to realize, like, it's going to keep moving and growing. So, you know, you got to kind of plan for that too while you're laying your paint out. And you can just kind of, when you got it all wet and goopy like this, you can just start laying out your shapes. And when you drag one color through the others, you get this awesome marbling kind of effect. And I love it. I love the way it looks. I love everything about painting this way. You can see over here this white keeps getting gobbled up by the colors underneath, but that's fine. That's cool. And like I said, these don't take very long because, I mean, you've got quite a while, and I guess you could spend a lot of time working on it. But I kind of found that the quicker you get satisfied with what you're doing on these, the better they come out. Because I have been known to screw with one and keep messing with it until it's ruined. And you got to be careful with these squeeze bottles too, because if you don't get the caps on there good, they will flat blow up on you. So I'm just dropping in these colors just as places to start from. They're not the final shape or anything. It's just so I can get that color mixed in there. To go with everything else. And I want that to be bigger and darker. And I apologize if the lighting was a little bad. My studio here, the electricity is actually out in this room. I got to get an electrician out here. So this is all natural lighting that you're getting here from the window. The other thing is you want to make sure that you have a nice level canvas when you're doing these. I had one time I done this awesome pour, and then everything looked great. And then I came back in about an hour and it had all slid off the side of the canvas. And while you do have quite a bit of time on these wet acrylics, you don't have all day. Like within 20 or 30 minutes, a lot of this starts drying. Now it will continue to morph and move around for a good day, really, after you pour it. But as far as really getting in here and moving this paint around like this, you probably got 30 minutes to an hour before it really starts setting up. And you know, it's like I said, it's been a little while since I've done one of these. This one's coming out pretty nice. I got a lot of artist friends out there on YouTube, and we all have a different style. Mine is definitely more in the creepy realm of things, but that's what's cool, is we all have our own little style. And you can see the deeper the paint gets, kind of the more aggressive you got to start being with it, because it gets gobbled up in them lower layers. But while you can move all this paint around, you can do some really cool things with it. Now some of these solid shapes, you don't want to break them all up, but it's cool to have some little squiggly details in there. And it's contrasting pretty nicely with the background. Now I can let this dry and go back and darken these eyes up if I want to, but I probably won't. I think it'll come out pretty cool just the way it is. And there's always that certain point where you just gotta stop and let it be what it's going to be. And believe it or not, I think we've only been working on this for a few minutes now, but believe it or not, we're almost there. There's just a couple things I want to try to do, but what I got going on is my paint is so deep on the skull, I don't know if I can pull it off. I think whatever I do is just going to get sucked down into the paint, but we're going to try. I can just get this to sit on top. And hopefully it'll stay there, but it may submerge into the rest of it. We will see what happens. So as it's starting to kind of solidify here, I'm going to get my last little shapes in. I may regret this, but yeah, I don't want that to just be See, the contrast in this eye is much better than this one, but what it is there's a deeper pool of paint here, and I can't really get the black down in there, but that's all right. It's cool. It kind of looks like a, I don't know, like a creepy one-eyed skull. You get all this cool kind of a illusion of detail here with this too. Alright. Now, there it is. You can see, well, I don't know if you can see or not, but the background is already starting to dry. And we've got this cool cell structure all around this painting, which adds kind of that creepy, cobwebby look to it. We've got a pretty cool looking skull right in the middle. May make his nasal cavity just a little bit more pronounced here, because we want it to kind of stand out here. But again, like I said, like I was saying earlier, the sooner you can get satisfied with one of these, the better off you are. Because what happens is the paint just starts getting so deep that it swallows up anything that you're trying to do. And that's kind of the point that we are on this eye right here. But I kind of dig it. I dig the way it looks. So we're going to leave it there. So what we'll do is throw a little paint down here, and this may be the least amount of mess I've ever made with one of these. A little paint on this old canvas that I use for a backdrop. And then this I will get posted as soon as I can. This video will probably go up tonight, and then in a couple days from now, when this dries, it's really good and dry, I'll post another video, show you the final results, and hopefully everybody digs it. So there we go. I've been wanting to get back into traditional painting for a while. I really enjoy doing this stuff, and kind of the creepier the better for me. And I really like the way that this one came out. There you guys go with a straight on look at it. And like I said, we'll let this sit here for a while, a couple of days, let it get good and dry, because if I keep messing with it, it'll just get, the paint will get so deep that it won't set the way I want it to set. And I've got to make sure I've got this level. That's the main thing, is you got to have them level, or the skull will be over here. So hopefully I've got it level enough. We'll let it sit here and dry out. A couple days, I'll bring you guys the finished product. Feels real good. It really feels good to get back into doing some traditional artwork. I appreciate you guys watching, hanging in there with me. I know, let me get up here. I know I keep waffling on all this, but I promise you, I'll get back into fighting shape before you know it. And just remember, OG-san's got your back. Till the next video, OG-san out. We'll get one more last look at this thing here. You know, it's really hard to hook a GoPro up on a just a regular camera stand. Here, let me see if I can. There we go. Alright, that's what it looks like now. I'll show you in a couple days what it looks like. You guys take care. Oji-san out.